real estate is tough. One thing I don't think a lot of agents focus on as much. I hear agents focus on like getting the business. But one thing that you don't realize is so valuable is keeping the business, right? Getting that business to closing. And I had a recent interaction with an agent on the other side. It was our listing. And what was crazy is that, it got a little rocky after the inspections, and he just sent over this cancellation. And I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, oh, the buyers think it's gonna be too much money. Okay, so instead of just sending over a cancellation, let me walk you through this. Have you talked to your buyers? He said, no. And I was like, okay, so do you know what the amount is? What are they scared of? He said, no. Okay, can you have that conversation, or would you like me to have that conversation? Because I would much rather go to my seller and say, hey, here is what the buyers are thinking. Here is why they're thinking about canceling because of this amount. Is there a way for us to work this out and keep the deal together? Because as an experienced agent, typically, if you are going to put that home in the market, it ends up costing the seller more money, right? There's so much lost time, lost marketing time. There's going to be more inspections. It ultimately is, I would say 90% of the time, 95% of the time is going to be more successful to keep that deal together. Yet this agent was so willing to walk away. That was a transaction. Your goal is to keep deals together. So, ultimately it did fall apart, but this is why a team is so important. Had that been an agent on my team and they came and said, hey, here's what my buyers are thinking, we would have had a conversation about, here's how you talk to the buyer, here's how, ask questions, find out what really matters to them. And we actually worked to help keep the deal together, because that is just as important as getting a buyer or seller under contract. You got to get them to closing.